Welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about electricity and magnetism. In particular, we've learned a whole bunch of things about electricity over the previous few weeks, including that we've got two types of charge that I can make like charges, like the ones I have here, repel, or opposite charges attract. I know the mechanism that is that there's an electric field that the rod creates, that then that electric field causes the little ball to experience a force. I also know some other things like everything is made of tiny charges, and those charges are often free to move around. We also are starting to build a model for magnetism, and we've already got really strong evidence that we can make two parallel claims, which is that there are two types of poles, north and south. You can see those on my bar magnet here. They're usually labeled. And we saw both that like poles repelled and opposite poles attracted. So again, we have two different kinds of magnetic interaction that are happening. Now, a question that we might ask right away is, can I get an electric field to interact with my objects here? So I can clearly pick up this little paper clip with my magnet. The thing I'm going to try to do is to try to pick up this paper clip, which we know can interact with a magnetic field, with my charged rod here and see if that will do anything. So I'll try to hold this sort of down here. And it does not look like I can pick up the paper clip. I could try it with the magnet itself. The magnet, of course, is quite heavy. But again, it doesn't look like I can get a big electric interaction between the electric and the magnetic thing. So I don't think we can do something which is tempting here and say, oh, two types of poles, two types of charges. Let's just say a north pole is a positive charge and a south pole is a negative charge or something. It does look like these two things are different, but they are looking parallel. And so what I'm going to take a guess at here is that rather than the magnetic poles interacting with electric fields, I'm going to suppose that there exists a parallel quantity called a magnetic field, and that poles interact with and create magnetic fields. So this is a new quantity that I'm trying to invent here. And then I've also got these other two pieces of the model. Everything is made of tiny charges, and charges are free to move around in some materials. And I want to think about, are there parallel versions of this for magnetism? Are all the materials out there in the real world, are they made of tiny magnets or magnetic poles? And then are those poles free to move around?